Hello Army. Welcome back to the Jikook Diaries channel. Today we're going to discuss a moment that has many fans wondering why Jungkook seems to be avoiding them. What's really going on with Jimin and their dynamic in BTS? If you've been following Jimin and Jungkook's journey, you'll know that their closeness is always full of sweet, warm, and emotional moments. But lately, something has been different. Their expressions, gazes, and even small interactions seem to have changed, making many armies curious and a little worried. In this video, we'll go into depth, from Jungkook's changes in behavior, Jimin's feelings, to how this dynamic reflects their true closeness. So, make sure you watch until the end, because the story might be more emotional and meaningful than you imagined. The relationship between the BTS members is always in the spotlight, especially when there are small signs that seem different than usual. ARMY, who are so sensitive to every movement, expression, and even a glance, are naturally quick to sense something is amiss. Recently, speculation has arisen that Jungkook seems to be distancing himself, while Jimin, who is usually so close to him, seems a little quieter and more reserved. This is where questions begin to arise. Is Jungkook really avoiding him? What's really going on between them? From the beginning, Jimin and Jungkook's closeness has always been one of the dynamics that fans pay the most attention to. Their relationship is full of sweet moments, warmth, and emotional depth rarely shown so clearly by other idols. They are like two different yet complementary personalities. Jimin is caring, sensitive, and expressive, while Jungkook has his calm personality, sometimes cold on the outside, but warm on the inside. The combination of the two often makes ARMY see them as two inseparable pieces of a puzzle. So, when signs of a change in their interactions appear, curiosity is heightened. Recent moments have shown Jungkook not responding much to Jimin's interactions in front of the camera. While he would usually look at them, smile, or even flirt back, he's now more often seen looking away, preoccupied with other things, or simply remaining silent. At first glance, it might seem trivial, but for fans who have watched them for years, these small details can have significant meaning. It's no wonder speculation has flourished. Are there personal issues, external pressure, or are they simply in need of a break? It's no secret that life as a BTS member is stressful. Every word, every step, even every breath seems to be under the spotlight. In such circumstances, it's natural for one member to sometimes feel the need to distance himself, not because their relationship is breaking down, but rather to give themselves space. It could be that Jungkook is going through a phase where he needs time to focus more on himself, whether it's music, his career, or his personal life. However, ARMY certainly can't simply ignore Jimin's seemingly different expression. Jimin, with his sensitive heart, often shows his feelings through small gestures. On several occasions, he seemed more reserved, as if he were keeping something hidden. Fans who knew him well immediately noticed this change. Was he missing the closeness he felt with Jungkook? Or perhaps he was worried about how Jungkook felt. Their relationship isn't always smooth sailing. Like best friends, siblings, or even family in general, there are bound to be times when misunderstandings or differences of opinion arise. But what makes Jimin and Jungkook's relationship so special is how they always find a way to get back together, mend the gap, and express their affection in unique ways. Many fans believe that Jungkook's seemingly avoidant behavior doesn't mean he's distancing himself from Jimin, but rather a sign that he's trying to protect something. Perhaps he wants to avoid excessive gossip, or wants their interactions to feel natural without being forced by public expectations. Jungkook is known to be more cautious about expressing his feelings, especially in front of the camera. It's possible that what seems like avoidance is actually a form of caution to avoid sparking wild speculation. On the other hand, the always warm Jimin may be missing the little attention he usually receives. He's the type to express love through touch, smiles, and gentle words. When Jungkook started to tone down those little things, it was natural for Jimin to seem a little different. But that's precisely where the depth of their relationship lies. Despite the changes, their intimacy remains real, just perhaps more behind the scenes. The ARMY, with its immense love, is naturally divided. Some worry and speculate about conflict, but many believe that this is simply part of the dynamic of a healthy relationship. No relationship is ever without challenges. And if there's something they're truly facing, it's likely to strengthen their bond, not weaken it. Another thing to keep in mind is BTS's overall situation. With increasingly busy individual activities, solo projects, and even military service, it's no surprise that the intensity of interactions between the members feels different. They're no longer the teenagers they were at the beginning. Debut, except for grown men who each have their own complex personal journeys. Sometimes, a change in dynamics doesn't mean separation, but growth. Jimin and Jungkook, ultimately, remain two figures who consistently show deep concern for each other, whether in brief, simple words or even meaningful silences. While fans may feel a sense of distance, it doesn't mean the brotherly love between them has diminished. In fact, perhaps they're learning how to maintain that closeness in increasingly larger, more stressful, and increasingly watchful situations. So, why does Jungkook pretend to avoid each other? No one can answer for sure except himself. But if we look back on their long journey, one thing remains consistent. Jimin and Jungkook's relationship has never truly been shaken by the distance. They may change, grow, and take their own space, but in the end, they always come back to complement each other. For ARMY, perhaps now is the time to believe in them. Believe that while not everything can be seen on camera, behind the scenes, their hearts remain connected. If something is happening, it's not the end, but rather part of their long journey together. And that's what makes the story of Jimin, Jungkook, and BTS so real, not just fantasy, but a reflection of a human relationship that's colorful, full of ups and downs, and always full of love.
무대 위에서 반짝이도록 빛이 되어주는 존재는 아마 팬 여러분들이 아닐까요?
Thank you for watching until the end. ARMY. We may not know exactly what Jungkook or Jimin are feeling right now, but one thing is for sure. Their relationship is always sincere, warm, and meaningful. Sometimes distance or silence doesn't mean distance, but rather a way for them to protect each other's hearts amidst a world that's always watching. Don't forget to keep supporting them with love and patience, because BTS, Jimin, and Jungkook always give their best, not just for their music, but for our hearts too. If you relate to the story, leave a comment below, share your thoughts, and be sure to subscribe to stay updated on the latest news about Jimin and BTS. See you in the next video, ARMY. Remember, our love and support are always their strength.